I'm Diego, and I'm going to, for my history project, I am going to show you guys the development of technologies in World War One. So there's many different types of technologies in World War One, and for example, most of them are known as guns and weapons, which included guns with bayonets to machine guns to chemical weapons. In vehicles, there were armoured vehicles, tanks, airplanes and submarines. For safety, there was a development of gas masks, armoured vehicles, and then there was, in communications, there was development from the pigeon carrier to wireless radio communication. But I think the most important was definitely the machine gun. I'm now going to show you how the development of guns changed and how the first guns weren't so good. It all started with the manual gun. The problem with the manual gun is that you had to put a bullet in, then load, and then fire, right? And in the time that you were loading or putting the bullet in, you would get shot. Bang! And then there came an even better gun, but the secret is it wasn't good enough either. So even though they had a magazine and you could shoot faster, it wasn't fast enough. You would still get shot in the head, right? But then they developed all the way to the machine gun, and now look at how much faster you can shoot without getting shot. See? And unlike this one, you would get a lot more bullets. You can even fire 1 million bullets in one day with one single gun, and over 500 to 600 bullets in a minute, which is pretty good. Because let's say I'm loading my gun and I'm putting the bullet in, and I'm firing, right? I'm putting the bullet in, bang, dead, right? With the machine gun, look, pow, 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 pow. No advancing armies, no shooting. So, the machine gun was pretty much a ton better.
And Diego, what did that lead to, the machine gun?
The machine gun led to trenches, and it could cause stagnation in battles. So, let's say I'm in the trench here, I'm shooting. It could stop armies, which means nothing would really move and you can just sit there and do nothing, right?
And what technologies were developed to overcome the trenches?
And the technologies that were developed to overcome the trenches were tanks, which would come over and crush them. For instance, Dad, come on. Yeah? For instance, for instance, let's say that's a trench there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the army guy's in here, right? He's shooting, but then the tank comes along and goes and totally kills him, and it overcame the trenches by a lot. So that is why
the machine guns
were so important. And the problem with that is the machine guns, let's say here, pow pow pow, could not destroy, unluckily, the tank, because the tank had a technology, and it had the technology of armoured, or of heavy armour, which would not get destroyed by machine guns, but only probably bazookas, or things like grenades, which were invented later on in the Second World War or so on.
So in conclusion, yeah, what do you think was the most important?
I think that the most important thing was the tank and the machine gun. And I think that if they hadn't had any of those, they would never have finished the war.